What's up, guys? Nostal-Gi-Oh here, back with another Master Duel video, and today we've got a replay. I'm going to be showing you guys. You already saw the title, you already know what's happening. Numeron beat this board? Yeah, it's pretty wild. I went first playing Emancipator. I built a seemingly unbreakable board, and my opponent broke it. And we're gonna show you how exactly that went down. So as you can see here, very strong hand. I normal summon Guardian, and then I have Researcher and Seeker. All my plays can work under a max C, anything like that. I have an extender in the form of the Supplier. It's a cracked hand, right? Going first, it's a crazy hand. Because it just lets me do everything, right? Under one max or under one hand trap, I can negate it with the Guardian and just pop off, right? But this isn't what you guys want to see today, right? This is the Emancipator combo. You guys have seen it. You guys have seen me play this deck before. You've seen other people play this deck. You don't care about this, right? So we're gonna speed through the Emancipator combo here. Oh, we're doing stuff. It's not that good. We missed the first Emancipator. We hit the second one, but it's Doki Doki, so we have everything in the world, right? Everything's happening. We're gonna make Appaloosa with Guardian, so we're even playing around Nib Gamma. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. I don't think I can lose this game. I'm pretty confident here. I'm pretty certain that I'm gonna win this game. So we're just comboing, right? Get ourselves more cards. Analyzer. Still haven't even used every prank name or every Emancipator name. Now we're gonna go through the prank combo. It's just gross. I didn't even do the prank combo. I didn't even care about the prank combo. We just made Gallant Granite. It doesn't even matter. Oh, this hand was so cracked. Going first. Although, granted, there are no hand traps, there's no traps, everything's on the board, right? Everything is open on the board for my opponent to break. And the thing that adds to this board is, all the times I've played this deck, all of me playing Emancipator, all of me playing combo decks in general, Virtual World, everything, nobody has outed my boards yet. Nobody has outed them. And this is the end board, guys. It's not that powerful, actually. It's not even that scary, right? We have Borreload Savage, which is one Omni Negate, as well as the Buster Lock. And we have IP Masquerena and Appaloosa. So we have 3 Monster Negates, 1 Omni Negate with the Buster Lock, and an IP Masquerena Quick Spin, right? 5 interruptions, essentially. Right, if we count, Appaloosa as all 3, but it'll likely use 1 or 2 and then be attacked over and then, be useless. But we have IP to kind of help that. So we're probably going to resolve all 5 interruptions. So in most, scenarios, 5 interruptions is very powerful. Now here's where the board could deviate. If I didn't do, I feel like I could have made the prank combo along the way a lot easier. While still, having my board presence. I didn't have to waste the prank combo. We could have ended on 1 more Omni Negate. Almost guaranteed. Almost assuredly in my head. Instead of that Gallant Granite, that could have been an Omni Negate. It could have been the Baron. It could have even been potentially not an Omni Negate, but still an interruption, right? It could have been a Raptite. It could have been a Dragite. It could have been a lot of things. So that's on me. I did mistake. There's 1 less. But as you can see with this play, it's not going to matter. And I'll explain to you where exactly it happens that it doesn't matter. So let's let my opponent start off that. So they're going to go activate Parry Reese map. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So my opponent gets an effect value, which I'm like, okay, that's fine, right? What is that going to matter? How is that going to matter? My opponent pays 4k life. Now they Gamma Seal my Buster Lock. And here I'm like, oh, that's my Omni Negate. That's my Buster Lock. This is really bad. That's like a really bad thing that happens. You really don't want to get Kaiju'd right there. So now instantly I'm like, okay, this is losable, right? I can actually lose this game. Then my opponent goes activate Imperm, targeting my Appaloosa, and I'm like, oh, this could be really bad. Then he activates Droplet, sending the Imperm, targeting my IP Masquerena. He makes a goof here and actually sends 2 cards, which is the Effect Veiler. Now here's where I'm like, okay, my mistake doesn't even matter now. They sent an extra card, negating my Union Carrier. It doesn't matter. But if that Gallant Granite was an Omni Negate, see what I'm saying? He could send the droplets, or he had the droplets, the Imperm. He Imperms the Appaloosa. I go to Omni Negate, negate it, or Dragite, negate it, whatever. He goes Droplet, send the card, the Imperm on the field, hitting the Masquerena, but also he sends another one from hand, the Effect Veiler, on the... he targets the Union Carrier with that, but it would be on the Omni Negate, right? So even if I didn't mistake, even if I didn't falter my plays, he's still out of my entire board with all of the cards that he's played so far, which was a Kaiju, Imperm, and Droplet for 2, right? out of my whole board. I'm like, okay, cool. So this is losable. This is super losable. His last 2 cards in hand better be engine that can win. And that's what it has to be. It has to win the game. If my opponent does not win the game here, I win the game next turn. Like, that's 100% going to happen. If my opponent does not win the game this turn, I win the game next turn. So, what does my opponent do? He activates Numeron Network. And if you guys don't know what this stuff does, well, let's just watch it play out. He sends calling, special summons 4 little guys, right? And I'm like, okay, who cares? The IP Masquerade was a gaff. He attacks in, taking 800 damage, buffing them all by a K. He attacks into the Kaiju, losing 200 points of life points, and then adds doubles all of their monsters. So now he has 4 4Ks, 2 of them already attacked. He then attacks with 1 of them over the Kaiju, dealing damage, and then doubling all of his monsters once again. Then his last monster has 8,000 attack, and can attack over my IP Masquerade for 6,600 points of life, 7,600 points of life, and I have 62. That's game. My opponent killed me through this seemingly unbreakable board, right? 5 interruptions board. My opponent takes it down with a million going second cards, right? No hand traps, by the way. Not a single hand trap. However, he did have a hand trap, most likely in the name of Infinite Impermanence. He could have wasted that on my turn. He could have used it on the first Adamancipator name. He could have used it on the Union Carrier. There was 100 places that he could have used that Imperm because I had the Appaloosa and Guardian on the field, which are monster negates. So, little food for thought today. My opponent was able to beat me with Numeron after going first with Adamancipator, making one of the best boards you can make with Adamancipator. Missing 1 negate, right? And that 1 negate, like we said, like we went over in the video, wouldn't have even mattered. So even if I changed my play and made the optimal play and ended on the optimal end board, it would have been outed by this player and this hand in this going second Numeron deck. Very cool, right? I think it's cool. I wasn't even mad that I lost. I was like, wow, finally somebody beats me. In all my time of playing Adamancipator on this deck, I went to Platinum 1 the last 2 ranks with this deck, or the first rank with this deck, the second one with mostly other decks, but still, I played a lot of games with this deck, and every time that I go first and end on this board, they haven't had a prayer of winning. This finally happened, and I'm happy to say that it finally happened. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Have a good day. Goodbye.